Okay, it's been a good while. I wanted to kind of do a little bit of an update on my worm bins. I've been having to neglect them pretty much. Unfortunately, I had lost my dad on June the 23rd. He lost his battle with cancer, and it was something that anyone in their life don't want to go through. But anyway, I've had to let these bins go, but I got a ways to go before I can start really taking care of them again. But I wanted to kind of show a few things in here, and if anybody really doesn't know, my bin, I have actually 4 sections in here, even though they're not actually divided. I just go by these wooden cross frames in here. But this one here I was experimenting with, fed it a bunch of leaves and getting dried out. The other parts of the bin are doing fine, but this one right here is self-harvesting. And even in fact, what this thing will do, this hole right here wound up going all the way down to the underneath my bin. Got dry. It self-harvested. It's kind of hard to see, but if you look right here, this side right here is pretty bad. That over there is good looking BC, but a lot of that's just way too dry. But all those isopods and all will fall in this hole and go all the way out of the bin. I'm gonna start feeding this some more paper, but I got a bed in a infestation of some kind of wood roaches, and when I get back home, I'm gonna have to, I guess I'm gonna have to put some diatomaceous earth in here. Even it's gonna kill my isopods. If you look over here, a bunch of my isopods are chowing down on the last of the Starbucks coffee that was in here. Used to be a big old mountain of coffee in here. It's gone. But I got to put some water down in here. There's probably going to be some worms in here, even though it's pretty dry. So let's see. Yeah, as you can see, they're just still chowing down on this coffee. But this right here, this will be some good stuff in your yard. I mean, look at that. But all these little dinky, whatever kind of roaches there are going to drive me crazy. I'd hate to lose these isopods. I may have to try to find some way to trap them, and then try to get rid of all these roaches. But there's some good stuff in this bin right here. Just look at all them worms. But this over here, I mean, it's all the way to the top of my bin. It's pretty much some good VC. I haven't been putting anything in here. If you look at that, it's almost totally done. Got a few sticks in here, but there's some good stuff right here. You let it go, it does great. And this other bin over here, this should still be just EF in here. And what I did was I put a bunch of the bills and stuff I had to get rid of from my parents' house in here. I put another one of these appointment cards in there. The last one I threw it on top. Worms totally ate it. It used to be right in here, and it's gone. So you see that one's laying on there. And worms will just tear up these papers. I mean, you see that one? That's one of those your prescriptions comes in. I mean, you see how they just anything down in the ground they're tearing up. You probably look in here, there's probably gonna be worms all on this paper. They just love that stuff. But this bin's a little dry. I'm probably gonna have to start watering it every day now. But I can tell there's a bunch of worms up in here if you look. So this bin's got quite a few worms in it. And that's some good looking stuff right there. Look at that. But that's what'll happen if you let your bin go. As long as you keep water in it, you'll be okay. But if you look all where I'm moving, there's just worms all under here. It's a big old patch in there. and that's with it's being dry. But if you see where this paper's at, that's what they're chowing down on. Look at that. They're just eating that whole outside roll on that paper. Any of these windows that comes through, ain't gonna be no problem. Once I harvest this, it'll go down. But like I say, if you look, they're eating all the edges on paper. If you look over here, there's some real good looking stuff. And there used to be horse manure, and it's almost finished up here. But like I said, this stuff's getting pretty dry, so I got to put some water in there. But you can see I got worms all over the place. In this bin right here, I had 10 pounds of worms in it. But anyway, before I let the video drag on too long, I just wanted to show my bins. Ain't much to it. I'm just afraid of this one when it gets done. When it breaches on the bottom, I'm hoping all this don't fall straight through. But eventually I'll find out. But I'm going to start putting a bunch of paper in this and in the other one. See what happens. Balling it up will take care of some of the self-harvesting. But anyway, I reckon that's it for now.